Happy Tuesday, y'all. February 3rd, second day of, technically our third day of remote learning, but second day this week of remote learning. I'm going to walk you guys through how to write a sonnet. Now, I know we've been working on this checklist of poetry that we've been doing together. It's 15 different types of poetry. One of them is a sonnet, so we're going to get this done out of the way. What you'll need for this lesson is a slice of paper and something to write with. I'm going to say that again. A slice of paper and something to write with. Okay? If you don't have a slice of paper, you can do this on Google Docs. It's fine. You don't have to share it with me. But I'd love it if you had in your notebook, so that way you can check it off your checklist and everything. But you'll need a slice of paper. This document is posted to Google Classroom. You'll see it. It says how to write a sonnet. Now, you guys know the sonnet is a 14-line poem. We've talked about that a little bit before the ice hit, that a 14-line poem is a sonnet, okay? You'll see the actual definition here. It says it follows a special rhythm and rhyme pattern. We're not going to worry about that so much today. I'm going to teach you guys the rhyme scheme to it, and then I'm going to show you how to brainstorm for it, and then I'll let you write it, okay? So look right here. It says, understand the structure. It says, what we already know, a sonnet has 14 lines, is written in iambic pentameter, which is a rhythm with 10 syllables per line. We're not going to worry about iambic pentameter today, okay? Because I'm not going to make you drive yourself crazy doing that. We're just going to follow the rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme, y'all, is called a Shakespearean sonnet, also known as an English sonnet. Nobody calls it an English sonnet. It's a Shakespearean sonnet. A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. There's the rhyme scheme right there, okay? Now, this is about iambic pentameter. I'm not going to worry about iambic pentameter right now. That's making sure each line has 10 syllables. I'm not going to make you do that, okay? But there's a great example of iambic pentameter sonnet, okay? If you guys look at this rhyme scheme, remember it's A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. Like right here, you got delight, you got sight, you got blue, you got true, you got cheer, you got clear, you got two, you got anew. It goes from there. There's the sonnet right there. It's about Dr. Seuss. You can read if you want to. I'm not going to spend time reading it to you because you can read that on your own. So yeah, if you want to pause the video and read it, that's fine. What I'm going to show you to do, the easy way to write a sonnet. If you slide down, it's planning out your rhyme scheme in advance. If you brainstorm it first, writing the sonnet is 1,000% easier. Remember that rhyme scheme. A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, G, G. If you plan your rhymes before you write, your life will be 100% easier. If you try to write a sonnet without figuring out what the rhyme scheme is, you're going to struggle so bad it's not even funny. So hear me out. You're going to plan your rhyme scheme first, okay? Let me show you what I did. I opened up a new document. It's a little bit waffle-jawed. And what I did, I planned out my rhyme scheme first. I did this on a separate sheet of paper. If you want to do it on the same sheet of paper and then write your sonnet on the back, that's fine. But I planned out my rhyme scheme. And I made it simple, y'all. Please don't copy it down because that'd be plagiarism. But I planned it out. I said, dog and fog, they rhyme. Cat and bat, they rhyme. Snow and bro, they rhyme. Dusk and tusk, they rhyme. Hog and bog rhyme. Run and fun rhyme. Batman and Catman, they rhyme. Okay? Not a great piece of art, but that's what I did. I planned out my rhyme scheme. So then what I did from there, I sat down and actually wrote my poem. Now, I follow what Mr. Bean said. Mr. Bean told me I don't need to worry about making sure I have 10 syllables per line. I'm not worried about that today. I'm worried about just following the rhyme scheme, making sure I have 14 lines and following that rhyme scheme. So check it out. There's my planned out rhyme scheme right there. I wrote a piece of poetry. It kind of doesn't make sense, but that's okay because I followed the rhyme scheme. And I did this. I once found a dog. The dog hated my cat. I lost the dog in an afternoon fog, and I was then chased by a big furry bat. Look at this. Dog and fog, just like I wrote up here. Dog and fog. Okay? I got scared that I lost him forever when it began to snow. The sun went down and it was dusk. I yelled for the dog, and then I mumbled, "Row!" That dog did not have an elephant tusk. I borrowed my neighbor's hog and then went for a run. I found myself lost and dizzy in the bog, and that, my furry friends, is no fun. I guess to find my dog, I will call Batman, and definitely not holler at my neighbor, Catman. That doesn't make any sense, but that's okay because I followed the rhyme scheme. Again, to make my life easier, I planned it out, just like what Mr. Bean told me to. I sat down, I planned out my rhyme scheme. It does not have to make sense. It doesn't have to be a piece of deep, spiritual, moving poetry. You just got to follow that rhyme scheme and make sure you have 14 lines, okay? Please don't plagiarize my poem because that's not the way to do it. But just to make sure we're on the same page, I'm going to talk about this one more time. A sonnet, 14-line poem, specific rhythm and rhyme pattern. I'm not worried about the rhythm and rhyme pattern today. I'm making sure I got my 14-line poem with the rhyme scheme I'm supposed to use, okay? I'm not worried about iambic pentameter, making sure I have 10 syllables. We're not worried about that today. I'm worried about following that structure for a Shakespearean sonnet. A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. Okay? I'm getting or that. There's that same example I glanced over. It deals with Dr. Seuss. You can pause the video and read that if you want to. But what I did, I followed this rhyme scheme. A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. I planned out my rhymes before I started writing, okay? If I planned them out, my life, again, will be 1,000% easier, okay? And then all you gotta do is write the poem. It does not have to make sense, but it must follow that rhyme scheme that you established when you planned out your rhyme scheme. Okay? Oh, there's my cat meowing in the background. If you hear a cat meowing, y'all, I promise you it's not me. When I get done, I'm gonna put this in the front of my handy dandy notebook because I'm going to show it to Mr. Bean hopefully on Wednesday when we're back at school. Okay? If you have questions, please holler at me by email. I will answer your email, okay? But look right here, guys. If for some reason I did not finish my stuff from Monday, I'm going to make sure I get that done. There's my cat meowing in the background. My IXL, super easy. They should be done. My Poetry Online vocab review should be done. My poetry matching game should be done. I'm offering this poem packet should be done, okay? Because y'all had Friday to work on it, then you had Monday to work on it. That stuff should be done, okay? All right? So today, all you got to do is write a sonnet. That's all you have to do. When you get done, you put that sonnet in front of your notebook so it's ready to go tomorrow. That way I can look at it and give you an easy 100. If you got questions, send me an email, okay? I think that's it for right now. I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.